If you're dealing with a trust, you would have to additionally appoint a trustee. So you have your trust name, the trustee, and the beneficiaries of the trust. On a trust, it's beneficiaries. On an LLC, it's members. Now, on an LLC, you can likely set a manager of the LLC. So you could have the name of the LLC, a manager who just manages on behalf of the LLC, and then the member, you, who gets the beneficiary interest of whatever monies come in. This also gives you the quote liability. So this is what you want to be putting together. So step 1, come up with a name. Step 2, figure out a registered agent. I am not the registered agent on any of my LLCs. Why? Because I'm now kind of on the internet. I've been around the block a little bit. I speak at conferences. People know the name Brad Hovis. And frankly, I don't want you scumbags searching my properties and trying to come and sue me. That's the reason. So you got to go find somebody else. It could be another attorney. It could be anybody, right? A friend, a relative. That is the person who then it's going to show up on the public records that they are the ones registering this LLC with the state. LLCs get registered on the statewide, not county-wise and not nationally. So once you get that registered agent, you then go to that state website and you register that LLC. You go to the Secretary of State and you type in all the necessary information. It's mainly contact information. Because at the end of the day, what you're trying to get together is what's called articles of incorporation. This is saying we are now an incorporated entity operating in this state, and we want to make sure that if someone wants to send us mail or sue us, that they're suing us through this person and delivering it, hopefully, to the registered agent. Okay. Now, I also, while I'm registering this LLC, I'm not putting my home address on there for the same reason. I don't want you scumbags knowing where I live. Sorry, right? Not you scumbags, the scumbag attorneys. You, listener, are a wonderful human being that I value immensely. But the attorneys that are listening to this that want to come after me, those are the ones I'm trying to avoid. It's usually, and it can't be a P.O. box. It's got to be a real physical address. And so what we do is we use physical office places. Sometimes it could be a UPS store. Just because they'd say they don't like P.O. boxes, well, that's a post office box. UPS store is good. FedEx used to do this as well. You can do co-working places that just rent out their address for the purposes of receiving mail. And so that's what you do. You're basically saying this entity with this registered agent, and here's my contact information. That's it. That's all there is to the Secretary of State situation. The next thing that you do is you need to get an EIN. This is called an employer identification number. Now, if you go to Google and you type in, do it exactly like I'm telling you, IRS space EIN, what's going to happen is there's going to be a whole bunch of fields that come up, a whole bunch of links that come up, I should say, websites. The top couple are the ones not to use. Those are third-party companies that will register your EIN for you for a fee. To get an EIN number with the United States government, it is free. You do not have to pay anything for anyone or anything. And in fact, it's so easy you can do it yourself. I do it myself all the time. You go in there and you just answer the questions. Well, I'm operating a real estate company. I'm doing rental properties. Here's my name. Here's my social security number. You are going to need to have a social security number. If you're doing a single member LLC, which I highly recommend, that's the easiest way to do it. Put your name on there. You can always change the structure of an LLC later. You can always add members to an LLC. My suggestion is when you first get opening it up, just do it as a single member LLC. It's kind of a pass-through situation for you, and it makes it really simple. Because if you start adding more complexities to the IRS website, they're going to ask more questions, and it's going to be more difficult. So once you put in the name and the address and your social security number and your name and what type of business you're in, real estate, and what you're doing in real estate, you answer some questions, you're going to hit submit at the very end. Now, this is the part that you got to pause and chill. Because once you get to the very end and they give you an EIN confirmation letter, this is the little document generated, online generated PDF that says, here's your EIN.